This is the quickest and easiest way to figure out how to get the best deal, the lowest interest rate with the lowest costs on your next home loan. Whenever a lender writes a mortgage for you, they're going to have a specific interest rate, whether it's a 30-year fixed, 20-year fixed, or an adjustable rate. It doesn't matter. There's going to be an interest rate, and the market will dictate what that interest rate range is. In addition to that interest rate, that is the cost for the loan. There are also costs that the lender may or may not charge to originate that loan for you. That figure is going to be translated into the APR. The APR is different than the interest rate. So when that lender gives you a quote, that quote by law has to include the interest rate and the APR. So you want to look for the lowest interest rate possible, but that APR will always be higher than the interest rate. But the key thing to look for is to make sure that the difference, the gap between the APR and the interest rate is actually really, really low. So if the interest rate that they're quoting you is 5.99% and the APR is 6.02%, that's a very small difference between the interest rate and the APR. That's a good thing. That's a competitive rate. And because that difference is really small, the lender is not charging you a lot to do that loan for you. On the flip side, if the interest rate that the lender is quoting you is 5.99%, but the APR says 6.875%, that is a large gap relative to the quote. That means that lender is likely making a lot of money off of doing that loan for you. So at the end of the day, you just want to look at the interest rate and the APR, make sure the interest rate is extremely competitive with respect to where the market is at the time that you're looking at that quote, and the APR is not much higher than what that interest rate is. If you find that, that's likely a really good lender. Do some research on them, make sure they can close on time. And if you've got questions on it, or if you'd like a quote from me, just shoot me a message or leave a comment below.